Hello, my name is Douglas Andrew, and I'm doing my persuasive speech for my Communications 230 course with Professor Joan Blumberg for Drexel University. I am doing my speech on the importance of recycling, and in the hopes that I will persuade others to make use of all the resources that they have available to them to start recycling and ensuring that their trash goes where it needs to. Um, for those who may frequent YouTube or might have seen it on the news, there was a piece not long ago about a sea turtle that had a plastic straw lodged in its nose. And a nice boater who happened to see this sea turtle struggling and had pulled him out of the water and used a pair of needle nose pliers to finally get the straw out of its nasal passage. As a diver, New Jersey has the water is horrendous. There's a lot of trash on the bottom, and it's disgusting. I never really realized the immensity of the issue here until doing some research and getting into some of the numbers, and it's scary. You laugh and you cringe at the same time when you see some of the comparisons that they make. That recently it was estimated that we will have somewhere around 262 million tons of trash generated by our country alone. And one of the sites, which is a great resource for getting involved in this and doing something about it, is named just that, dosomething.org. And they said that we generate enough trash every year that it was enough to fill Busch Stadium from the floor to the top twice a day for the year, each day. Imagine a stadium filled twice a day by all the trash that we create. It's insane. They've actually come up with names for stationary trash in our oceans. And the fact that it's that bad that we now have names for these stationary sections of trash is something needs to be done. Things need to change. The North Pacific Gyre, and there are 5 of these, is twice the size of Texas. One of the other organizations, UNESCO, estimated that there are 46,000 pieces of plastic per every square mile of ocean. Most of this planet's water. It's insane what we're doing to this planet. And 87% of all Americans have access to curbside recycling. And out of all of the municipal solid waste, as they call it, with somewhere close to 80% of it being recyclable, we only recycle about 30% of it. And each year it was estimated that this is actually something we can make money off of and lessen our footprint here and keep something around for future generations to see instead of just a landfill. It was estimated that each year 757,000 jobs are created due to recycling efforts. Now, I mean, it's not a cheap endeavor, but I mean, it sure beats the alternative. There were $6.7 billion in taxable revenue from this. So there's money coming in for it. We just need to up our efforts. It scares me that we actually have names for these things now. I mean, I saw a movie a while back, and it was titled Broken Arrow, and it's actually funny. It's a real title. I mean, it's a real term that the government uses when they've either lost or had an accidental detonation of a nuclear weapon, which won't result in nuclear war. That it happens or has happened enough, or that they have a term for it, that things like this go on, and we need to find a way to improve. And if we all make a concerted effort to start recycling and sorting these things, when you're out, put something in the recycling bin if you know it can be recycled. It was estimated that 1 year, there's so many numbers, it could just go on and on, that the 1 year that we threw away 36 billion aluminum cans, which had a value of turning them in of $600 million gone in a landfill. And this is money that we could be putting back into solving some of these issues with our environment and trying to improve it so that future generations, they have a beach they can go to and see and walk barefoot on and not have to, step on glass or, aluminum or God knows what else. In certain cases, there was a run where they were having syringes found on the beaches from medical waste. It's killing this planet. And I think if we all tried to use the resources we had and just took time to think about things like this, we may not be in this position, and we wouldn't have to worry about the things that we have to worry about as far as what's going on with our trash. So please check some of these sites out. All you have to do is Google. You can YouTube, anything you need to. Just try and be more conscientious of what kind of impact you have on the environment, and the fact that many of us have resources provided for us so that we can change it. Thank you, and take care.